God made him to prosper. As long as Uzziah keep on seeking God, God keep on opening door for him. Many people have stopped enjoying open door because they are not seeking God the way to seek God. And this morning, I want to share with us another vital topic, which I believe that when you know how to align yourself and key into it, you will not lack help all the days of your life. I say, you will not lack help all the days of your life. I titled you this morning, them were the prophets helping them. The prophets of God were there helping them. Friends, you need the help of your prophets who is speaking over your life, who is speaking over your family, who is speaking over your business, who is speaking over your career. Then we are the prophets helping them. Friends, when you see a man or woman making progress, something is blowing home for that person. Are you here this morning? Are you here this morning? Something is blowing home for that person. Positive or negative. You see a man making progress, someone somewhere is blowing home for him. In the negative side, there is no king without his priests. Are you hearing me? There's a priest that makes the king to stand strong. They call it Ezemo. Are you hearing me? He's here to make sure the king succeed. In a negative way. In the positive way, we must have a priest blowing home for you. If you look at the life of David, David was someone that knows the secret very well. David never lost any battle. Anytime there is a challenge, Nathan the prophet is always there to give David a direction, or to rebuke David, or to chastise David. The time came, David had a mind to build a house for God. God sent Prophet Nathan. Go and tell David, what you want to do is good, but you won't build a house for me because your hand is stained with blood. It's not that God didn't want to, but there is a prophet that God had placed behind David. A time came when David messed up and told the wife of his commander, Uriah, Bathsheba. God sent Nathan the prophet, go and meet David and go and warn him. There was always a prophet at the side of the anytime David said tight corner. He said, bring me Abijah the priest. Are you hearing me? Bring me the prophets. Friends, who is blowing home for you? Let's take our text this morning from the book of Ezra, chapter 5. Ezra, chapter 5, verse 1 and 2. Ezra, chapter 5, verse 1 and 2. Thank you. Ezra, chapter 5, verse 1 and 2. Before then, those who wrote the Bible, why they write it chapter by chapter, so it can help us. When we read small, we stop. We know where we stop and continue tomorrow. Bible will read like that continuously. There's no chapter by chapter. Are you hearing me? Hello? The place like that can help us to understand. Maybe you are read today, read 5 chapters, you now stop. If you come today, you want to know where you stop, you start from chapter 6. Are you hearing me this morning? That's why they run like that. Look at Ezra chapter 5. But let me start chapter 4, the last verse of chapter 4. Look at the last verse of chapter 4. Then cease the work of the house of God, which is at Jerusalem, and it ceased unto the 2nd year of the reign reign of Darius, king of Persia. Now chapter 5. Then the prophets, Haggai the prophet, Zechariah the son of Iddo, prophesied unto the Jews that were in Judah and Jerusalem in the name of the God of Israel, even unto them. Look at verse 2. Then rose Zerubbabel, the son of Shittim, and Joshua, the son of Joschad, and began to build the house of God, which is at Jerusalem, and with them were the prophets of God helping them. A time came when they returned from captivity, those that returned from Babylonian captivity, to rebuild the temple that had been destroyed, led by Zechariah and Joshua, Zerubbabel and Joshua. They began to build the temple. As they were building the temple, there was a conspiracy to stop them from building the temple. Several letters was written to the emperor, the king, to stop them. In the time of Darius, the king, or Cyrus thereabout, and a time came, they stopped building the temple for 16 good years. The temple of lying in waste. I don't know what have stopped in your family, what you are building in your career, what you are building in your ministry that have ceased. The Bible says a time came, what they were building ceased. It stopped. They were not building again. That was when the prophets, like Haggai the prophet and Zechariah the prophet, they came on board. They began to prophesy to the work. They began to prophesy to them. They began to prophesy to them. They were prophesying to them. They began to build. When they were prophesying to them, they were speaking word of encouragement, word of hope. The Bible said the people now rose up, Joshua and Zerubbabel. They now gathered the people and now continue building the temple until they finish up. Whatever thing that has stopped or ceased in your family, that grace for you to continue is coming upon you this morning. Then were the prophets helping them. Friends, you need the help of the prophets. The prophets were not helping them carrying block or carrying cement. Are you hearing this morning? They were helping them, speaking life into what have ceased in their life. They were helping them, speaking word of encouragement. They were helping them, giving them guidance. They were helping them, giving them hope that this temple is going to be more glorious than the former temple. They were giving them vision, giving them focus. Then were the prophets helping them. Listen to me. There is what the Bible calls the blessing of the Lord. Can I say the blessing of the Lord? And there's what they call the blessings of God. The blessing of the Lord is different from the blessings of God. Proverbs 10:22. It said, the blessing of is a single blessing. This is blessings. The blessing of the Lord is what makes rich and added no sorrow. The blessing of the Lord, you say the blessings of the Lord. Is the blessing of the Lord that brings the blessings of the Lord. God told Abraham in Genesis chapter 12, he said, I will bless you and you shall be a blessing. And through you, all the families of the earth shall be blessed. was a carrier of the blessing of the Lord. All the patriarchs of faith, Isaac carried that blessing. That's why before they depart, they will say, come, I want to pass that blessing to you. Are you hearing me? I want to pray for you. That's why when Isaac was of age, was about to depart, he called Esau. He said, Esau, it's time for me to leave. I want to release that blessing that can bring blessings. Are you hearing me? He said, go and make me a venison, the one I love, that my soul will bless you, not my mouth. My soul will bless you. I want to release something that can make you to flourish in life, that can make you to succeed, because I carry it. Are you hearing this morning? Isaac told Esau, and Jacob overheard him saying, my father want to release the blessing. Jacob was wise. Jacob now went with the mother's conspiracy. He went and they now prepared a venison and brought it to Isaac. Isaac, after eating, Isaac now began to pour out the blessing. Are you hearing me? He didn't give Jacob 10 kobo. Are you hearing me? He didn't give Jacob house. He didn't give Jacob car. He didn't give Jacob land. What he released upon Jacob was blessing. Can I say blessing? And when Jacob left with only a staff, nothing, he entered his father's in-laws house, Laban, with a staff. Esau thought that is the land, the property, all the asset that Jacob collected a blessing. And after 21 years, Jacob stayed in the house of Laban. When he was coming back with the blessings. Can I say blessings? He was coming with the cattle, the gold, all the Torah that came with him. Because it is the blessing that brings the blessings. Am I speaking this morning? The blessing of the Lord. It's just like today Nigeria have crude oil, petroleum. Am I speaking? Hello? That is Nigerian blessing. Are you hearing me? Crude oil. That is what people are dying for. You want to have oil well in Nigeria. Are you hearing me? That's a blessing. But through that petroleum, crude oil, we have kerosene, we have fuel, we have diesel. Those are the blessings. Are you hearing me? They are the byproducts. Car, house, children, all these things are the byproduct of the blessing. What you need is the blessing, and that's what the prophet can give you. Are you hearing me this morning? Am I speaking this morning? Anytime you are privileged to be around the prophet, go for the blessing. Don't look for the blessings. Are you hearing me this morning? Because it's the blessing that will bring the blessings. Every prophet of God that knows what he carries, God told the children of Israel in the book of Numbers chapter 6 from verse 22 to 27. Give it to me on the screen. Numbers chapter 6 from verse 22 to 27. Numbers chapter 6. Give it to me, please. From verse 22 to 27. Now I read. Numbers chapter 6. Numbers chapter 6. Verse 22 to 27. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, continue, saying, speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, on this wise you shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, the Lord bless thee, the Lord keep thee, the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto thee, the Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give you peace. Now verse 27. And they shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them. God said, I will put my word in their mouth. What you need is the blessing. Are you hearing me? That blessing is what will bring the blessings. If you understand that, you'll be conscious of how to relate with your prophet. Am I speaking this morning? Anytime you encounter with your prophet, is the blessing that you need that will bring the blessings. But unfortunately, many don't understand that. That's why they are still going around the circle. Am I speaking this morning? The blessing, the prophet were helping that you need help. That was what made Jehoshaphat to be distinguished. In that first 2 Chronicles 20 that we read, verse 20, Jehoshaphat know the secret. He said, believe the Lord your God, and you shall be established. Believe his prophets, and you shall prosper. Your prosperity is tied to the belief of your prophets. What you don't place value, you won't draw virtue from. If you place value on your prophet, you keep on drawing virtue that he carries. Your prophet carries virtues. That's why if you study like on Joseph was somebody that don't play with the prophet. A time came in the book of First Kings, I wrote it down here. A time came, Jehoshaphat, the First Kings chapter 22 verse 7. Ahab invited him, come, let's go and fight a war with my enemy. Jehoshaphat prepared himself, want to go and fight war with Ahab. But when they got there, some of the prophets of Ahab, which were prophets of Baal, they were prophesying, say, hey, Ahab, go, this is a walkover. God has given you victory. If you go to this war front, you will conquer them. Jehoshaphat looked at them. He said, is there no true prophet of God here? I know what I'm looking. Is there no true? Because I want to hear the mind of God. Want to get guidance. Want to get his protection from the war front. And Ahab said, he don't mind. It's only Michael, son of Ima. I don't like him because he don't always say what I want to hear. Your prophet may not want to say what you want to hear, but he's always saying the mind of God. I hear this morning. He said, bring him. And when Prophet Micah came, Prophet Micah told them the mind of God. Jehoshaphat respected it. He stood by it, and he gave him victory. You know the story. I don't want to go into detail. They went to war. The prophecy of Micah came to pass. Ahab despises. Say, forget it. He said, you are lying. You are saying like, he told his son who is in charge of command. He said, go and put this man inside prison. Just give him one small bread to him to come by. Micah said, if I be the prophet of God, I will come by. No, so God did not tell me. And he went to the war front, he never came back. Joseph believed in the prophet. He knew that is the secret of the success. Again, I was reading this morning in 2 Chronicles chapter 3. 2 Chronicles chapter 3, verse 11. 2 Kings, please. 2 Kings chapter 3, verse 11. This morning I'm reading. The same thing. A time came, Jehoshaphat went with the son of Ahab for war again. And when they were trying to fight, three kings, king of Edom, king of Israel, king of Judah, three of them want to go and fight the enemy. On the way, no water for the animal. On the way, it's like they were facing dryness. And the king of Israel, that the son of Ahab, said, what's happening? It's like God have gathered three of us, the three kings, to be defeated on the war front. What did Joseph say? Joseph said, is there no true prophet, a man of God, that can give us direction? Are you hearing me? He said, then they now sent for prophet Elisha. When Elisha came, Elisha said, if not that I respect King Jehoshaphat, I wouldn't have come. You, the son of Ahab, why don't go and meet the prophet of your mother, prophet of Baal? Why are you looking for me? Joseph have respect for the prophet. That's why only drawing guidance, drawing what it takes for him to be protected. He know how to see. The same way we read this morning in 2 Chronicles 20 from verse 1 to 20. They were in combat. They want to fight three nations gathered against them. Jehoshaphat, he said, it's time for us to look up to God. We have no strength of our own. The Bible said they called upon the help of God. We have no strength of our own. Our eyes upon you, and the Spirit of God came upon the prophets and told them, you don't need to fight in this battle. Set yourself, be still, and you will see the salvation of God. Joseph knew, and in verse 20, chapter 20, verse 20, he said, believe in the Lord your God, and you shall be established. Believe in his prophets, and you shall prosper. Are you here this morning? Friends, you need your prophets. Are you hearing me? You need a prophet that will prophesy over your life. A prophet that will give you direction. A prophet that will rebuke you. A prophet that will get all that while you will stray away. You will just be going around the circle in life. Am I speaking this morning? Who is speaking over your life? Who is blowing home for you? Nathan was here to blow home for David. You need a prophet to be helping you, prophesy over your life, speaking life. You need a prophet to hang. You need prophetic push. Am I speaking this morning? Many people are struggling today because they don't value their prophets. They don't put value. Some of them are like Judas. Hello? You know, in Matthew 26 verse 8, you remember the story of Judas? Judas didn't place value on Jesus. Jesus was the prophet that I've been waiting for. Several instances when Jesus in Luke chapter 7 raised a boy that was dead, that they were carrying the coffin, the son of only widow. You know that place? They were carrying out of the city of Nain. On the way, they jammed Jesus and disciples. They were bringing the corpse of the boy. The mother was crying, the only son of a widow. That was wicked. The only son of a widow, that will kill the only son. But Jesus Christ was there to stop him. Are you hearing me? When Jesus came on the boat, he said, stop. He said, young man, rise up and speak. The boy came back to life. They say, hey, a great prophet has come in our midst. Am I speaking this morning? Jesus Christ was a prophet, but unfortunately, he came to his own city where he was born. They say he's the son of a carpenter. He's not the son of a carpenter. The son of Mary. We know him. We know his sisters were playing with them. We know him. Son of a carpenter. The Bible says in now Matthew chapter 13 verse 36, Jesus could not do many mighty works because of their unbelief. They colonize him. Your prophet is not your mate. Are you hearing me? Your prophet is many people understand it. Even if you are father, you are mother, you, as long as you are in the office of a prophet, those that respect that office, they receive what you carry. Am I speaking this morning? Am I speaking this morning? You need a prophet that will be speaking over your life. But in that place, you know what happened? A certain lady carry her oil of alabaster in Matthew chapter 26. She carried all of alabaster and now came to the feet of Jesus Christ and break it and begin to use her hair to wipe it. Hey! Judas said, Kai! Why are you wasting this money? Are you hearing me? How can you be wasting it on your prophet? Are you hearing me? To Judas, why are they lavishing all these things on their prophet? It's a waste. We would have sold this oil and go and give to the poor. Jesus Christ said, Judas, keep it to yourself. What this woman is doing will be a memorial. Today we are still hearing about her. Are you hearing me? Am I speaking this morning? Anything you are doing for your prophet is not a waste. Am I speaking this morning? Because what you receive from him can give you 100 times of what you are looking for. The blessing of the Lord shall make rich. Is that blessing that will bring blessings. The value you place on a thing determines the virtue you draw from it. Many people, that's why they are not drawing virtue, because they don't place value on what God has given them. That's why they will prophesy and nothing happen. They will speak over your life, nothing happen, because you don't believe in them. You don't believe they carry what it takes for you to come out of that poverty, that situation, that one place. But those who believe, they draw virtue and it's working for them. Believe in the Lord your God, and you shall be established. Believe in his prophets, and you shall prosper. 2 Kings chapter 6. There was famine in the land. We know the story from the 26. And the time came, the famine was so severe that they were eating human being. 2 ladies came on board. One of them, they made a bargain. Today, let's make room, my child. But later on, the one that was wise enough hid her child. After they are finished, the other one that was as if she had been scammed ran to the king and said, King, help me. I need help. Help. King said, what are you looking for? Help? You are looking for help from me. Me, I need help in this land. Are you hearing me? You see, help me. And when the king tried to help, the king went to look for the prophet for help. Am I speaking this morning? He went to look for prophet Elisha. He said, in fact, this prophet owed the solution to what you are suffering to in this land. This famine. If I don't, I'm going to kill him, or no less, I'm going to. The king was going. And Elisha heard him. He called one of his servants and said, go, look at that son of a bitch. He's coming to kill me. Stop him on the gate there as he coming. Tell him, by this time tomorrow, this is the solution. Am I speaking? Your prophet holds the solution to what you are going through. What you are going through your family. There are certain things that need to be built up in your health, build up in your career, build up in your ministry. Its answer is in the hand of your prophet. Am I speaking this morning? The value you place on your prophet is what determines the virtue. Nobody says you should worship your prophet. Are you hearing? Nobody says you should worship man. But there's something that man carry that can bring out what you are looking for. Otherwise you'll be struggling and going around the circle. I remember the year. Many of you that we are around here, when we were on the other side, we are not got here. We had a program one time. I invited Bishop Ken Olo. I don't know, many of you that were here. And he told me something. In that mission, he said, I've come to shift you people to your land. He said, I've come to shift you people to your land. I received it. I received him as a prophet. Are you hearing me? Am I speaking this morning? I received him as a prophet that there's something God has given him, that God has helped in this land. That same God can help us. And after that administration, that seminar, that anniversary we had, he was here. In fact, some of that he did fit worship for us. But he told me one thing, he said, Pastor Chus, I've come to shift you people to your land. I said, God, the same way you help this man of God in this land, you have helped him, he's doing expert in this land, the same way you shift us to our land. I believe the prophet. Are you here this morning? And after that, door God opened up for us, and today we're here. Am I speaking this morning? There are some people that no matter how you struggle, you are struggling, some prophet, God can send them to you to shift you, to raise you to a level you want to be. That thing you are going through, that battle you are held, that battle you are missing your career, that it has stopped. First, God will send some prophet that make it to cease. 2000 and is it 2000 either 2000 can I remember 2021 to 22 thereabout 22. Many of us here knew when I had a serious challenge in my health. I prayed. Some men of God I met to pray with me. All manner of prayers. But I know I have a prophet. Somebody God have used to raise me up in life and ministry. Is the one that God used to ordain me in ministry. Bishop Oyedepo. Alani was coming to Enugu. I said, God, I must be in Enugu. That day I traveled to Ekene. I traveled to Enugu. I said, God, I want an encounter. After I went to Enugu and I came back, the head challenge I was going through, I had a revelation whereby I saw Bishop. He came to me. He said, whatever thing that cannot handle you, cannot handle you. He said, whatever thing that cannot stop me, cannot stop you. That was the end of that sickness. Friends, somebody need to speak into your life. Oh. Are you hearing me? There's an extent you can go in your own strength. You are going around the circle, you are struggling. There's a prophet God will send to you. If you receive that prophet, he that receive a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet reward. A prophet reward is not ego. Are you hearing me? It is not money. It's not money. A prophet reward is what money cannot buy. Can money buy a baby? Can money buy health? Elijah said, as long as God liveth, by this time next year you shall have a child. Can a baby buy a child? Are you hearing me? That's a prophet reward. Am I speaking this morning? So when you have your prophets, your proximity to him is for the blessing to rub on you. for what he carried to shift you. Isaac did not give Jacob money, he blessed him, and that blessing brought blessings. As Jacob became wealthy, Esau that was struggling for the father's land just had chicken change. Are you here this morning? They were the prophets helping them. They were the prophets. What is it that has stopped your life? What is that temple that needs to be rebuilt in your family? Is it a quiet time? Is it your marriage? Is it your integrity at the place of work that need to be rebuilt? I stand here by the grace of God as a prophet, always assignment that whatever thing that have ceased in your life, they shall be rebuilt. Whatever thing that have stopped working in your health, they will begin to work. Whatever that has stand still in your marriage, help has come down for you today. They were the prophets helping them. Three things I want to drop your hand and we'll pray this morning. How was the prophet helping them in that Ezra chapter 5 that we read? God sent prophets to help rebuild broken things in their life. Friends, I don't know, broken dreams, broken careers, broken marriage, broken ministry, broken health. God sent prophets to help to rebuild anything that looks broken. Three things happened there. Number one, the prophets were there telling the truth about wrong priorities. Are you hearing me? When Prophet Haggai and Zechariah came on board, what they were there prophesying, they told them, is it time for you to build your house when the house of God is lying in waste? Are you hearing me? They were telling them the truth. Their priorities were wrong. Am I speaking this morning? The prophet that you are running around your own business, your career, why the work of God is suffering. Prophet will tell you, this is not the right way to do it. Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, then all of that things shall be added. Stop making excuses when you cannot go extra mile for God. Prophets were telling them, you say your priorities are wrong. You can't sit in a sealed house when the house of God is lying waste for 16 years. Rise up and begin to build. They were prophesying. Joshua, Zerubbabel, they stood up, they gathered men. Despite the king's threats, they began to rebuild the temple. They began to rebuild it. And they were rebuilding. Flesh were coming back. Things were coming back to position where it is. Number two, the prophets were giving them fresh courage and God's promises. They were telling them, God has not forgotten you. We're telling them, we can do this thing. It's possible. This sickness cannot kill you. You overcome in this career. You are giving them hope. They say, don't bother about the temple. The temple that will come will be more glorious than this one. Are you hearing me? They were giving them hope, giving them courage, give them fresh courage that you can make it. That was what they were doing. Prophet Haggai, Prophet Zerubbabel, Zechariah, they were prophesying, telling them there is hope for you. God has not forgotten you. Tell someone, God has not forgotten you. Listen to me. He said, can a mother forget her suckling child? You think God has forgotten you? God has not forgotten you. He said, your walls are continually before me. God know that you have come to your wit's end. You have exhausted all you need to do. The battle is not yours. The battle is the Lord. Are you hearing me? Hand over the battle to God. Am I speaking this morning? Hand over to him. You are strong enough. You have stressed yourself enough. You have exhausted all you think you know. But let God take over your battle. This morning, God will take over your battle. God God will take over the battle of your health. God will take over the battle of your family. God will take over the battle. That thing that looks like he wants to kill you, it shall announce you. It shall announce the hand of God upon your family. The prophets were there, giving them fresh courage and God's promise. The family, the prophet, they stayed with them till victory. Helping them. They stayed with them till victory. That's how they are there. They believe that it's not over until it's over. It is not over until it's over. They were there helping them, speaking to their life, speaking to their family, speaking to their ministry, speaking to their career. And they were saying it. Things were coming back. Just like Ezekiel at the dry bone. Ezekiel 37. Ezekiel, God told him, can this bone live? Ezekiel said, God, thou knowest. God said, okay, begin to prophesy. Ezekiel said, I began to prophesy as I was commanded. And as he was prophesying, things that look hopeless, lifeless, without form or comeliness, begin to gain shape. No matter the way you find yourself, whatever thing that looks without comeliness or without shape, God will bring it back to color in your life. They were prophesying and they were speaking. Bones began to gather. He was speaking, flesh gather. So he was speaking, they rose up and stood on their feet. He was speaking, they became a great army. You are alive for born again. You are here to born again. The message will born again. Whatever thing that has ceased in your life, I say life has come back to you. Rise on your feet and say, Lord, everything concerning me will born again. I receive help this morning. Hey, my career will born again.